everyone, it's Holly and I am the maker here at Missouri River Soap, and we have a new release coming up today, Thursday, February 20th at 5 p.m. Mountain. It's at our online shop, moriversoap.com. We have new and returning soaps. We have milk bath / bubbling bath salts. We have whipped soap scrubs. We have a good selection still of our wax melt scents, and steamers will be returning with this release as well. Oh, and we're gonna have some bath bombs too. I know many of you have been waiting for the bath bombs. So let's just take a look at all that's coming. If you have been following along on the channel, you'll know that we have Blue Candy Frap soap coming up, and this one is just oh so fun. I was inspired by a drink that my son got at Copper Mountain Coffee in Kalispell, and the fragrance though did not turn out quite as candy-like. It seems like every nose that I offer this for a sniffy comes up with something just a little bit different. I have listed it as candied fruits with like a smidge of clean air to it. It is a fruity, it is kind of tart. I really do love it, but some people get laundry notes, some people get clean air, some people are like, yep, that's candy, that's really fruity, and I love it. So I've put a note on the website for all of the listings for Blue Candy Frap, but at this point we're just kind of being inspired by the drink and not so much the actual scent of like a blue candy, because that would take a lot of vanilla. So it's not going to be exactly like that. It is a very lovely soap. I have a couple of bars here that I haven't wrapped yet. I love it. It is so pretty. It smells amazing. Coming back with this release is Figgy Cream. And this particular batch ended up a little bit lighter on the purple. Not quite sure what happened there because I used the exact same amount that I always use. But it ended up being a little bit lighter, and it was a brand new container of mica, so it might be just a little bit lighter, but Figgy Cream is back, and you do know how we all love Figgy Cream. The other three soaps in this release are in the unscented and essential oil category. This one is a French lavender, and it smells oh so amazing. I love it. The bars do have a little bit of ash. Let me show you some more. So I think the ash actually looks really good, and it's going to come off with the first wash or two, so it won't be that big of a deal, but I think it looks really pretty on these bars. And aren't they just gorgeous? I love how they turned out in the French lavender. I think will probably always be my favorite version of lavender. Those three soaps are made with our standard recipe, which is olive, coconut, castor, kokum, and shea butter, and they're made with coconut milk. I am so excited about this one, and I do have a video coming for this soon. This is an unscented tallow soap, and let me tell you, it is epic. If you love unscented soap, if you love tallow soap, I do hope that you'll give it a try. It is made with tallow. It's our tallow base, but I do add some olive oil and some castor oil and some shea butter. In this particular batch though, I added goat milk kefir and sheep's milk yogurt. It's so creamy. I am so excited. That sheep's milk yogurt was just like the lightest butter color, and I was just goofy about it. I love it. The last batch we're going to talk about today is also a tallow soap, and this one is lavender mint tallow. I had a customer request this. This customer requests the greatest combinations of tallow soaps. That's why we had frankincense tallow soap at Christmas, was because of this customer. So everybody loved that. It wasn't something that I really thought to do. I have done lavender mint before, but not in the tallow soap. I colored it with French green clay, and there's some ultramarines in the bottom for the purple. This soap is made with a goat milk and colloidal oatmeal. This particular customer loves colloidal oatmeal in her soap batches, so that's what we have done with this batch. I love it. It's so good. Okay, so now let's talk about the milk bath slash bubbling bath salts. And they are made with just a variety of salts and baking soda. They do have SLSA, which is derived from coconut and palm, and that does help it to create the bubble bath portion. They're also made with goat milk powder and buttermilk powder, so they really are quite a delightful thing, and my customers have been very pleased. I brought it back. I used to carry it in Missouri, and so it's just been a really fun product to have back, and I absolutely love making these. So this one is Blue Candy Frap, and again, just that super fun, fruity, fresh fragrance. And I have colored it blue and white like the soap. It's not really white, it's kind of a pink because that's just how it rolls. But it is lovely and it smells amazing. Now, it's not, I do these at 8 ounces. They're not completely full to the tippy top. So if it's jostled too much, the colors may blend a little bit, but I can't see how that's going to be a problem. We have figgy cream. This is the first time figgy cream's ever been in the milk bath, I think. I love it. Isn't it so pretty with the purple? I love that so much. We have an unlabeled bear, but Mountain Huckleberry is back. And I just love these guys. They're just the cutest thing, and huckleberries are very popular up here in Montana. They tend to grow up high in the mountains, and the bears really like huckleberries, and so Huckleberry, I love it. I love it so much. We went up to Glacier the other day because it's just a hop, skip, and a jump for us. It's just we're out this way, we go to town this way, and it's on the other side of town, about the same distance. So we love going out to Glacier. Now, it was snowing, so we basically saw nothing, but you know, it was fun. It was still a vibe. So once we start getting close to Glacier, you start seeing all the advertisements for Huckleberries things. You have the Huckleberry Patch. That's our favorite. Their Huckleberry Shakes. And of course, you can get all sorts of fun Huckleberry things there. But I absolutely love these bath salts. And then finally, we have a to the little more natural side of things. This is a lavender milk bath slash bubbling bath salt. It is still made with the SLSA. Some people don't like that in their natural things. Again, made from coconut and palm. And I also added Epsom salt to this batch. I may start doing that with all the milk baths actually, but I didn't have enough to do it for these. But there we have the milk baths, and aren't they they're just so fun. And then you just do the shaky. I would like to move back to my old containers, and as soon as those start becoming available again, I'm gonna snatch them up. A note about the milk bath. I wanted them to be all French lavender essential oil, but I did run out of the French lavender, so I did add some lavender 4042 to that batch. The Blue Candy Frap is coming to you in, where we go? Here we go. The Blue Candy Frap is coming to you in a whipped soap scrub, and I hid away a container so that we could take a look at it in its unfully packaged glory. Isn't it pretty? I had so much fun doing this white top. I had done that with the Lemonella Kiss last time. Now let me tell you, I wanted to have a whole bunch more of these sugar scrubs, but I bought my base, I bought my preservative, and my vitamin E. Oh, note about vitamin E oil. I pick up my vitamin E oil wherever I'm able to get it. So this time I got it from Brambleberry, and the last time it was from New Directions Aromatics, which was had non-GMO soy in it. So this time it is a little bit different, and I just wanted to make that quick note. So I thought everything, but it turns out I didn't buy jars, and I only had 32 jars. So I filled every last one of them. I split it in half between that and the figgy cream batch. fun. I love figgy cream, and this one is different. I usually make it just kind of like a swirl. I really like it like this. I just think that is just so incredibly beautiful. And finally, we have some new bath bombs. Bath bombs have been challenging me in this new location. You know, in Missouri, I was running a dehumidifier, and here I probably could get away with a humidifier. However, I do like that it's dry and the soaps cure harder, faster, and so I don't plan to use a humidifier. However, I have struggled. Aren't they pretty? I have struggled with bath bombs, and I have tried my old recipes. I've gone back and watched my own videos to see recipes that floated, etc. What worked with the machine, what worked with just hand pressing, and I've tweaked and I've tweaked and I've tweaked, and I'm convinced that I've tweaked so much that I completely swayed my way away from my batch that was actually working well. And so I went back and watched my videos, and I was like, you know what? It was the one with the bunnies, with the bunny nose and I think I had, the bunny butt. So cute. You'll have to go back and watch that video. It's from Missouri. But I tweaked that recipe just a little bit for my drier air, and it worked wonderfully. I didn't have a single one that didn't press. So I guess let's go in order of what we've been talking about. So we have a blue candy frap, and I just did a little mishmash of a mix. It is so pretty and it smells amazing. I love these hexagons. My machine and my mold is from bathbombmachine.com. That machine was actually gifted to me. I have bought several molds since then, and I'm fixing to go look at some more since we're back in business. And then I did figgy cream, and I'm pretty sure I've done figgy cream like this before, where I did a half purple and half of the white uncolored. I love it. These make me so happy. I don't know about how these particular ones are going to perform as far as how are they going to float. We could maybe do a test on this video, not of this, because they're not completely dry yet enough to get a really valid test, and I don't want to waste any. But I did do the recipe with a different shape, so maybe we'll do a test, because don't you love a bath bomb test? I love those things. Okay, so there we have it. It's not a huge release. I am starting to build a stock up more, make more of each little product. My last release was only a month ago. Back in Missouri, when I was having bigger releases, I had to go with every 6 weeks at least, because I just need the time to make all the soaps, and then I come back along and make all the other little products. But of course, there's all the labeling and all the packaging, which I am convinced all the after making takes like twice as long as the actual making, maybe even 3 times as long as the actual making. So I feel very happy with what I have accomplished for this release, and I do hope that you will check it out. Again, our release is Thursday, February 20th at 5 p.m. Mountain. So if we were going to back that up, that would be 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain my time, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And that's at moriversoap.com. So a little note about turnaround time. I am waiting on some specialty stickers that I'm wanting to put into your order. Those are due on Friday. And then my son is having his wisdom teeth pulled on Tuesday. So that is going to cut into my packing time just a little bit. So I plan to pack orders some this weekend, and then Monday through Friday will be my main order packing days. I know sometimes it seems like your orders don't ship for like a week after you made the order, but a lot of times I can't get anything packed on Friday just due to admin and emails and talking to people. And I label and catch up because I have a lot to do. I need to get my patootie in bigger gear and get things labeled. But I just wanted to say that my son's dental thing is going to cut into the turnaround time just a little bit. We didn't know that's when it was going to get planned, but he needs it done. So we got it scheduled in. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited to pack orders for this release, and I do hope that you'll check it out at MoRiverSoap.com. Thanks for watching. Let's go over and do a bath bomb test.